Welcome back, everybody, to Laura Gets Real About Life. Sorry it's been a little while. It's been a crazy couple of weeks. So, today I want to talk about birth plans. Okay, because as I've mentioned before, I'm expecting. My original due date is January 6th of 2020. I am a student at UT. My classes begin January 8th of 2020 for the spring semester. So I have had in my mind that my induction date was going to be December 30th of 2019. Here's the thing about a birth plan, okay? It's just that, a plan of how you want the birth to go, okay? Like what your ideal birth story would be. I don't know many people whose birth story has turned out the way that they wanted it to be. So let's just start by saying I let my doctor know at my first appointment that my 39-week appointment or my 39-week mark was going to be December 30th. And that as par for the course for me, I always get induced at 39 weeks. And so she assured me that would not be a problem, that you could only schedule 2 weeks in advance. So I couldn't schedule till 37 weeks. On the day that I turned 37 weeks, I called and called and called my doctor's office at 8:30, the moment they were supposed to be open. Finally, I left a message. They call me back. They say, "Great, you have the first slot on December 30th. Your arrival time is 12:30 a.m. Awesome. Great. Set." I go to my appointment that day. They check me. I'm at 3 centimeters. Great. You know what that means? That means they're going to bump me to 6:30 on the 30th. That's fine. That's still early. Then at 38 weeks, I go and have an ultrasound because my child has been measuring larger than what they expected. At 38 weeks, this child weighed 9 pounds, 4 ounces, according to their ultrasound. He was at 38 weeks measuring at 42 weeks on his belly area. His head was measuring 3.5 weeks ahead. Now, for you ladies out there, that's a pretty big sized baby to have still 1 to 2 weeks left of growing to do. So, she said I could opt for a C-section, so I said, okay, I'm going to opt for a C-section. She calls the hospital. She gets it set up. November 30th at noon is when I was supposed to be there. Arrival time was 10 a.m. Excuse me. Great. Fantastic news. Well, at 8:15 in the morning on Monday, the 30th, I had babysitters lined up for the toddlers so that my parents and my husband's parents could be at the hospital with us. I had people, my husband had already requested off from work for the days that I was going to be in the hospital. They call me at 8:15 and they tell me, "I'm sorry, you can go ahead and eat." And I'm like, "Excuse me?" "Oh, hasn't anybody called you to let you know that your C-section's been canceled?" No, they have not. No one has called me. "Oh, well, you'll be hearing from your doctor's office soon." "Well, when is it rescheduled for?" "Oh, we don't know. You'll have to talk to your doctor, but you can go ahead and eat." Now, mind you, once you eat or drink anything, you can't have the C-section. Dunzo. For a planned C-section. So I didn't eat anything. I called my doctor's office, waited an hour for them to call me back. So they're calling me back about 9:30, but I was supposed to arrive at the hospital at 10. They say, "Oh, well, yeah, there was too many people that came in already in labor, and so all the rooms are full. So we're having to move your C-section until Friday, the 3rd. So I can't do that. I can't do the 3rd. I have school starting on the 8th. She did not care. She was not concerned about my schedule. She said, okay, well, if you can't do Friday, when are you available? Because it would be the following week if you can't do Friday. No, I guess I'll take Friday. Because, Mama ain't waiting another week. No. So I'm now scheduled for tomorrow morning, arrival time of 6 a.m., C-section time of 8 o'clock. My son had oral surgery today, had 7 teeth removed. I did not go because, one, my anxiety would have made his anxiety 1,000 times worse. Thankfully, his father took the day off, and his stepmother was so wonderfully gracious enough to step up for me when I just couldn't, and be there for him and go to the store and get the foods that he needs and get his prescriptions filled and just love on him and take care of him today. And I appreciate that so much more than she will ever know. So then my husband's work, he works at the post office. He didn't know it was going to get bumped from Monday to Friday. So he went to work Monday morning, went to work Monday night. Since nothing happened, he was not on the schedule for this evening because we're having a baby tomorrow and we have to get up at 5 a.m. He got up this morning at 8 o'clock. He had a phone call at, I think it was like 5:01 or 5:02 this evening. Hey man, we really need you to come in. Can you come in at 9 tonight? Okay, so it's 5 p.m. He's not been asleep all day. He has to get up an hour before he gets to work, or when he's supposed to be at work. So that means at 5 o'clock, they were expecting him to go in his room, go to sleep, get up at 8 p.m. and come to work at 9 and work till 2. We have to leave the house at 5:30 to go to the hospital. So I tell him, absolutely not. You cannot. No. No way. No how. Tell him no. Well, my husband has a very strong work ethic. And so he decides, okay, well, I'll just come in right now. That's right. He didn't go to bed and take a nap. He went straight on into work, and he's going to stay there till 2. Then he gets there, and it's not nearly as much as what they said there was to be done. So, surprise. I decide I'm going to go to the car and make sure I have my paperwork to get signed in tomorrow. And I didn't check to see if it was unlocked because it's pouring down rain, and I was like, I'm going to wait and see where the keys are. Guess where the keys are? In my husband's jacket pocket at the post office, which is across the street from the hospital that I need to be at 6 a.m. So I called him, and he assures me that he will be here shortly after 2 o'clock with the keys. But luckily it was unlocked, and I did have the paper, so yay. So essentially, what it comes down to is no matter what you think your birth plan, you want it to be, good luck. Because things apparently never go as planned. So, fingers crossed that tomorrow's the day, because I have school starting next Wednesday. That's right, 5 days post C-section. So we'll just have to see how things go. I mean, I typically would not ever miss class, especially the first day of class. So we will just have to see how long I'm at the hospital and how the healing process is going. By the way, my son did wonderfully in surgery. He's had no pain today. She said they gave him some Motrin. He's been sick a couple times, and he's ate some soft foods, but he's hanging in there. He's a champ. So she's been keeping me updated all day, thankfully. But anyway, so birth plans, that's all they are, is just a plan. So if anyone else has been in a similar situation or experienced some crazy thing, because, I mean, when they told me I was being bumped by 4 days, let me tell you, I was about to go up to the hospital and lose my mind. I tried everything. Like, I'll bring an air mattress. You can deliver me in the ER. I don't care. No, They weren't having it. So, anyway, we'll just have to see how things go tomorrow. I'm not going to leave my phone on silent so that if they call me again to cancel or to bump me to another time, that I'll be able to answer it. Otherwise, I'll be up at 5 a.m. and get ready to walk out the door. So, you all have a great evening. Wish me luck and wish me no more surprises. I'm not a fan of surprises. I hate surprises. So, hopefully it all goes as planned and we have this baby tomorrow and can start the healing process. So, you all have a great night and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Bye, guys.